I have no problem with him putting people over, but then if they don't follow it up with I mean, come on, bro. Like, I watch SmackDown. They've turned Austin Theory into a clown.
What's going on, everybody? This is Dr. Chris Featherstone here for yet another episode of Writing with Russo. I am here with the man himself. He is a former WCW World Heavyweight Champion. He is a former WWE head writer. He is former TNA head writer as well, right? Vince Russo, ladies and gentlemen.
Doctor, give me the news, bro. What is going on, my friend, Dr. Chris?
Man, look, it's another day in paradise, man. Yeah, I was telling my clients, man, I tell this to a lot of my clients as far as perspective in life, man. And life is like a poker game, Vince. So the difference between a good poker player and a not so good poker player is a good poker player has the confidence in himself or herself to convince you that their hand is better than yours.
Right.
They don't know your hand. You don't know their hand.
Right.
So they're confident in their hand that they're dealt with, no matter what it is, that they convince you that you need to fold and that they're going to get the chips that they invest in themselves for that particular hand. So a person can have a pair of aces and you can be rolling with three of a kind, right? But at the same time, if that person is confident enough to convince you that your hand is worse than theirs and their hand is probably worse than yours, they get the benefit. So it's almost psychology in poker. It's not about the hand that you were dealt. It's about the confidence that you have in the hand that you were dealt.
Oh, I like that, Chris.
That's my perspective in life, man. That's why I tell my clients that a lot. And so the thing is, there's some times in life where people fold. I mean, people just have bad days and people just fold. But the cool thing about a poker player is that a poker player doesn't get so tied up in the folding. When a poker player folds, he or she is optimistic about the next hand.
Right.
He doesn't get so caught up in, oh my gosh, I had to fold. You know, man, I'm doomed. You know, life is horrible. Nope. Let's fold. Next. Let's go. Next hand. Let's do this. So, and that's how we should look at life, man. Absolutely.
Well, bro, they always used to say, life is like a bowl of cherries, bro. Not that I knew what that meant, but yeah, life is, and then they did the old Life cereal commercial, where life was just a bowl of cereal. Remember?
Yes, I do.
That is my favorite breakfast cereal, by the way, far and away.
Really?
Life.
Really?
Oh God, I love Life cereal. Yeah.
I never really got into Life, man. I was always a cinnamon toast crunch guy.
Oh yeah, no, that's good too.
Yeah,
I got to tell you though, Chris, I told you about that, diabetes gimmick. So like, bro, I've been no carbs, no sugar, working out every single day, and man, you don't realize the food that you miss. Man. Bro, my biggest things are like the things that I really am gonna miss the most is anything pasta, anything pizza, and bro, your show, bro. I love pancakes, bro. I miss the pancakes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the pancakes are amazing. So I allow myself a couple of days a week for pancakes. I actually. I weight train a lot, so I actually bump up on the carbs because it actually helps me with weight training. If you're sedentary and you just pile up a bunch of carbs, I mean, it's horrible. So you don't want to do that, but it actually has benefits for those who weight train. So I give myself a couple of days and just pack up on the pancakes, mostly one day a week. Ooh, it's the one that I showed you with the gimmick with the apples and stuff.
The Cracker Barrel. I was at Cracker Barrel today, as a matter of fact. I didn't eat there. I was looking to see if there was anything nice I could buy for my wife, but yeah, I was just there today. Yes.
Very nice, very nice. All right, let's talk about something a lot less motivational, which is John Cena being on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. And he said this. He said, it's April 6th in Philadelphia. I know exactly where it is. I'm free that day. I'm just saying, I'm just saying to you guys out there. Now the energy's coming back a little bit. The suspense is building. So kind of a teaser for Cena. If they got something for him, he's available and free. Do you see a run-in? Do you see a Grayson Waller thing again? Does he get some revenge on Austin Theory? Because that went absolutely nowhere. Does he get involved in a bigger in a bigger spot? Where do you see John Cena at WrestleMania if they brought him back?
Well, you know where I kind of see it, bro? Because let's face it, man. If Cena comes back and he's talking like he is coming back, they don't really need him this year because of The Rock.
Sure.
I could see, bro, no announcement of Cena, and the first thing we hear is John Cena's music. And I could just see him coming out and cutting a promo, welcoming everybody to WrestleMania. I can see that sort of a thing because, Chris, we only got 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, you're going to announce him now and shoot an angle in 3 weeks?
Right.
I could definitely see him just coming out as a surprise and, welcoming the crowd and warming the crowd up a little bit. Remember a couple years ago, bro, wasn't it was Austin, Hogan, and was it The Rock?
As far as the hosts?
Yeah. Remember they opened up that WrestleMania. Who was the third person?
I think Michaels was the other person, wasn't it?
I don't think it was Michaels, bro. It was 3 big hitters. It was Hogan, Austin. I'm almost positive it was The Rock.
Was it The Rock? I thought Michaels was in there. Was it?
No, it wasn't Sean. I know that.
I remember. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. But for some reason, I thought Michaels was a part of that.
Yeah,
I don't recall. It might have been The Rock. It might have been The Rock.
I could see him doing something like that.
Yeah. I think I might be thinking because they had a few things like that because there was a time where they had some heavy hitters who came out with the New Day when the New Day was going against the League of Nations back in the day. And then like a bunch of legends came out, like beat all of them up. And then Austin stunned the New Day when they were celebrating with them. But I do remember what you're talking about. There was a few heavy hitters that came out as a surprise.
Yeah.
I think that they'll probably announce Cena as the host. That's what I think that they'll probably do, just to kind of get that last minute, type of kind of excitement, I guess you can say, with what WrestleMania, they'll probably have Cena be the host.
Yeah.
I don't see him doing much. I mean, I
don't either.
I don't see where you can put him, man. I mean, maybe a surprise if they do a 5-way for the U.S. Championship, a ladder match. Maybe he comes in as a surprise, 6th person, perhaps. I mean, you can throw that in there. But the thing is, it goes back to, like you said, with just such a short time left for WrestleMania, man, it's hard to really throw him in somewhere. I don't know. What do you think about John Cena's kind of last final years? He's paying it forward quite a bit lately. I mean, Solo Sikoa. I mean, during the time where they had the strike, he was there, on SmackDown regularly. And basically what he got out of that stint was putting Austin Theory over, putting Solo Sikoa over, and both of them have not benefited one iota from that.
He's got to be looking at that, bro.
Yeah.
He's got to be looking at, you know what, bro? I will put anybody over if once I put them over, you help get them to the next level. Otherwise, wow, bro, like that.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I have no problem with him putting people over, but then if they don't follow it up with I mean, come on, bro. Like, I watch SmackDown. They've turned Austin Theory into a clown.
Yeah.
Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, they're the Abbott and Costello of SmackDown, bro. And that's what Cena put him over for?
Man. And Solo never wins a match nowadays. So, yeah. If there's one person, say, for instance, anyone on Raw or SmackDown, if there's anyone that you can say, okay, let this be a launch pad to if John Cena did like an open challenge, basically. And if there's one person that you wanted to use this WrestleMania to start a really, really good push for him, who would it be? I have one person in mind. But
I think we have the same person in mind. But bro, this is what Vince McMahon used to say all the time. You know, the bloom, the rose is the bloom is off the rose. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the bloom is already off the rose because he lost to Sequoia. So it won't mean anything because the bloom is already off the rose. Bro, the only one person they could do is Braun Breaker.
I like it. Yep, I like Braun Breaker.
Who else you like?
See, and I think
Gargano.
See, that way he was high on the list for me.
Who's your guy, bro?
I think they should push Bronson Reed, man. I think they should.
I would not have an issue with that because that's believable to me.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with that at all.
And I think that they should absolutely I think that Bronson Reed should obliterate John Cena. Like, just no offense on John. John's excited to come back. He cuts a promo. Of course, he can eat anyone alive on the mic, back there. He did it with Austin Theory. I mean, it was DOA, man. Yes, Austin Theory won the match, but he didn't get over. He was a zombie walking out there at WrestleMania because he was dead, man. That promo killed him.